Then you gotta have like some horns like. Pretty soon, artificial intelligence will be making songs too. I mean, it already is the case, but I mean, we'll be able to tell it what sounds very specifically that we want it to make, and it will have no choice but to make it for us. Warning, 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 warning. The following program is recorded live and is not intended for children. This program may at any time contain graphic and dark content that may be distressing for some viewers and against the terms of service for most mainstream platforms. The themes and opinions expressed in this program should be considered entirely fictional and should not be used for political or academic purposes. Facts are not checked, and no sources or citations will be provided. Should you choose to redistribute, please do so only in good faith. Thank you again for joining us. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Hello, and welcome back to Rainbows and Razor Blades, a show from the void. By the Gregorian calendar, it is currently the 26th day in the 12th month, the month of December, in the year of the Lord, 2022. I believe, and I'm actually going to go look this up, that it is the 96th day by the solar year. Oh, my Y key is broken, so I looked up solar year da instead of solar year day because the Y key is broken. So I got solar year da. Okay, tropical year 1 equals 365.242. That's not what I care about, though. I want to know. I don't care about is that what it's called? The solar calendar, right? It's by the solar calendar. It's like the 96th day, right? Because it's the 6th day in the month of snow, right? So that means that it's the 96th day of the year, right? I don't know. I don't know how to look up how when it started, or I may be wrong. Anyways, I'm probably wrong, but I could be right. You never know. I mean, you literally never know because you're not gonna look it up. You're just gonna take my word for it. The same way that if CNN tells you something you want to believe, you're gonna believe it. On today's episode of Rainbows and Razor Blades, we're going to be reading the headlines, and I'm going to be telling you what I think about them. All right, let's just jump right into it because, to be honest, I don't really feel like not jumping into it. Perfect. Refresh the page. Hot stories in your local area. Yeah, you wish Reddit was local. Your Reddit. This is the biggest disinformation campaign. This is where you get all the aggregated disinformation. Okay, Americans duped into losing $10 billion by illegal Indian call centers in 2022. That's racist. It's actually true. It's not actually racist. The meme is that Kit Boga, when he uses the voice changer to become a grandmother, it's I mean, he's jerking these scammers around for as long as he could keep them on the phone, and he has a very routine script that he runs at them that I'm sure that if he wanted to get massively creative he could do, but the whole point is that he doesn't get massively creative. He changes little bits of his own script because he's doing exactly what they're doing to him or to your grandmother. Sorry, I was bending something over, not trying to violate term of service today. We do that we don't do that. South Korea files warning shots. It's usually North Korea firing warning shots. South Korea fires warning shots after North Korean drone enters airspace. Whatever. Deadly blizzard deemed worst in 45 years paralyzes Greater Buffalo in New York. I'm not going to sit here and say that the experts who are saying that this is the thing is a thing, but it seems very suspect. Like, it's possible that it could kill, definitely. Deadly blizzard deemed worst in 45 years paralyzes Greater Buffalo in New York. Oh, not the species Greater Buffalo, the place Buffalo. Because they named the place Buffalo. I see. So deadly blizzard is the worst. Jeez, man, let's get some pictures. Buffalo is known to get hit by a lot of Arctic air and get a lot of snow. Is this a drone? Dude, that's wild. Dude, drone footage is like the coolest thing. Like POV, you're a drone. But like actually though. Wow. Look at all that snow. Here's something terrifying about snow. When snow melts and then unmelts and then melts again and then unmelts. Unmelts as in freezes. Let me rephrase that. When snow melts and then refreezes, it causes massive property damage. It can fuck your roof up. The weight alone can fuck your roof up, but the reason the roof can get so weakened often is the moisture itself Damn, yo, whoever edited this and filmed this is crazy, bro. This is like some 4K goodness. My gosh, this is great content. That's very nice of the Department of Transportation, by the way. That's they're not getting paid. Well, I mean, maybe they are getting paid in that moment to do that, but that seems to me to just be a humanitarian effort of just like everyone is just working together. We're like ants. And it's funny when we get into these little, this kind of thing. Like we're like little ants, and everyone just does it. Like I've been living here. It's just how it is. Like if you see someone in need, like I've given like really drunk kids with no shoes rides home before. How we find their house, whether it was really their house or it was like his ex-girlfriend who he was looking for his house, I will never know, but I wanted him out of my car. Hopefully I didn't unleash a beast on anybody. Could have let the kid die though. Holy fuck. Maybe I should have brought him to the hospital, but I was trying to get the kid home because it's where he wanted to go, and it is what it is. It's not illegal to give a drunk a ride home. Jeez, man. Yo, the Army of Plows is fucking lit. Wild. Buffalo, New York. What deems it the worst, by the way? Like, is it how many people die? Is it how much damage was caused? Is it how much snow falls? Blizzard. I'm reading comments that you can't see, I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Yes, I am. Okay, I opened it because I always open links in private browser first just to make sure that it's nothing that I wouldn't want on my channel. Blizzard of 77, fun times, snowed in a grandparents' house, middle. I don't care. All right, I just want to make sure that we could click it. Incendiary devices found after apparent murder-suicide at Colorado Jehovah's Witness Hall. Interesting, the Colorado. I mean, it's not that interesting that they have Jehovah's Witnesses there. It's just that, it's not really where their capital is. I mean, maybe they have like a subsidiary or not a subsidiary, like a second town center in Age of Empires, right? To create more conversion monks when they build their monasteries. Emperor penguin at risk of extinction, along with 2/3 of, that's crazy, bro. 2/3 of what? Native Antarctic species. I'm going to go further, and I'm going to say that like 2/3 of native species are at risk of extinction. Emperor penguin at risk of extinction. Yeah, we read that. This Virginia zoo really got a hippopotamus for that's the title. That's the fucking title. This Virginia zoo really got a hippopotamus for Christmas. Like, are we chastising them for getting it? Like, is there like a meme to this, or is it just like, that's just the clickbait? Only a hippopotamus will do. So hippos do come from eggs. Appears to be a common Native American house hippo. What? What? Is that a real thing? That's gotta be fake. There's native hippos to Northeast U.S.? This is cap. This is fucking cap, bro. There's no such thing as a North American house hippo. We're not getting fooled by this. Hold on, let me just search this up. Let me search this up on Google. I don't trust fucking DuckDuckGo. No shot. No shot. The house hippo is the subject of Canadian television public service announcement PSA produced by Concerned Children Advertisers, later known as Company Committed to Kids, in the 1999, introduced by Media Smarts in 2019. That's so weird. Why are they 20 years apart? The original house hippo spot was just over 1 minute long. It is narrated in the styles of Hinterland Who's Who spot, showing footage and describing the behavior of the North American house hippo. What the hell? It is a fictional animal found throughout Canada and the U.S. Yeah, I know that this is not real. Their stated intent is to educate children about critical thinking with regard to what they see in television advertising. That's fantastic. And remind them that it's good to think about what you're watching on TV and ask questions. Nevertheless, some viewers on social media have expressed that as children, they completely believe that house hippos were real based on this commercial. What the fuck? Like, bro, really, dude? Like, that's like, this is a real fucking thing? No shot. Let's watch this. The North American house hippo. Okay, that's a cat. How is there not like a deep dive into this on YouTube? Dude, we may have to do... There's no shot. Oh, wait, does that say the word commercial? Oh, it does. Okay, this is it. I just saw a cat and thought that couldn't be it. I thought it was like a home video.
Just like yours, all is quiet.
Can you hear it?
Or is it?
Yeah, you can hear it.
The North American house hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States. House hippos
That's
are
so
peaceful
funny.
creatures and they're rarely seen, but they will defend their territory if provoked.
Oh, they're so cute.
They search for food, water, and
They're
victims
like
in
mice, but they're
predators.
hippos.
The favorite foods of the house hippo are chips, raisins, and the crumbs from peanut butter on toast. They
Aw,
build their nests in bedroom closets,
they build
using
nests.
loft mittens, dryer lids,
Aw.
and bits of string.
So they're basically identical to mice.
Warm. House hippos sleep about 16 hours a day.
Aw.
Really real. But you knew it couldn't be true, didn't you? That's why
No,
you think about what you're watching on TV.
I believed it.
Kind of like you just did. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
Okay. I'm glad we went down that rabbit hole. I mean, that was something else, man. What's the worst cat? That's the worst cat I've ever seen. Okay, this headline made my Christmas. What? We gotta click this. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. It's so small. 50s child star. Some dude wanted a hippo for the zoo, and they got one. A pygmy hippo? Oh my goodness. I like how they had parents named Iris and Corwin. Like, who names these fucking things? Like, imagine being the person who like named a hippo Corwin. Like that's you could tell like a second degree story about that. Like I once went on a date with a girl who named the penguin at the zoo after a hippopotamus that was already named Corwin. So now we have a thing named Corwin and it's a penguin. Like imagine like that's like your claim to fame. Imagine naming all the penguins. Imagine being so autistic that they can't actually tell you, they can't fire you, right, for changing the name of it. Okay. Here's a short story. This is fictional. So the character is just like me, but with it, well, even more of an attitude adjustment problem when I stop masking than like you'd think. Like, oh, the very agreeable disposition is like the pilot most of the time. Oh yes, I'm an agreeable disposition, but actual it's teetering on violent antisocial. And the fact that the thing complies is like a demon sometimes fucking complies, but only when it's trying to beguile you, right? And so there's nothing unlawful, right? There's nothing in the company policy manual that says that I can't call these fish whatever the fuck I want. At which point, the boss says, "What? Penguins aren't fish?" And if they were, fish, sir, we wouldn't allow you to just name them whatever you want. You're mixing up their pronouns too, and it's offensive to the trans people. Oh, I'm sorry. My misgendering of the animals is offending the trans people. Well, yes, I see. Right? This could be a skit that I need to work on a little more. This is gonna be great dialogue. It's gonna be because the boss is gonna be like the dude with the mustache. He's like it'll say big letters. He'll have like a desk. It'll say like zoo director, and the zoo director will basically be like trying to mediate an interpersonal emotional dispute between employees that, well, according to the antisocial, to the demon that has been hired, the autistic kid who has just renamed all the animals. There's this skit where the dude, and like I don't this isn't to be racist, he's a black dude, and that does matter because of the way that he says it. And then there's this other chick, and she's talking about having, I think, gone on a date with him or something, and she's like, he wouldn't even call them by the right names. He kept misnaming the Pokemon. See, I told you. I may have had some detail. Yeah, Tinder.
Then this guy shows up and he starts calling the Pokemon by the wrong names. I don't know, just on purpose to patronize me, making fun of me. I don't know what.
Right. So this, but as a skit, because the person at the zoo is misnaming and misgendering the random zoo animals. Like the zoo animals have names, but now this dude shows up.
His deal was, he called Bulbasaur
That's Onion Turtle.
Dude,
Punchy Rock.
Meowth,
That cat with them long ass arms.
Ekans.
Purple shit.
He called Diglett
That's floor shit right there.
and Doug Trio.
That's 3 floor shit.
He knew Pikachu, but everybody knows Pikachu.
Oh yeah, that's Pikachu right there.
He called Weepinbell,
Oh, that's almost a pair.
Weedle,
Party Wiener.
Beedrill.
Everybody know that's Big Dick B.
Bees don't even have sticks. It's a stinger.
Fucking love that shit. Cat with the long ass arms. Alright. 73-year-old pays $370 a month to live in a 1,000 square foot plane. That's kind of a lot of footage. And that's not really that much rent. That's kind of cool. Who's he pay rent to, though? Is it the people that own the property? Oh my god, dude. Go away with the fucking ads nonsense. Okay, in the early 70s, Bruce Campbell, the actor, or just a coincidence, paid, probably the actor, I mean, that's a lot of money, $30,000 for 10 acres of land. That's pretty cheap land, bro. The electrical engineer, who is now 73. Okay, so the namesake is unrelated to the actor. That's why it says the electrical engineer, because it's relevant. That he saw a TV, airplane, boneyard. That's kind of cool. He decided he would follow through and had an idea. A Whopper class mistake. I'll never do it again. Salvage companies are wreckers. I highly recommend buying a jetliner completely intact and completely functional, except maybe the removal of engines. Oh my goodness. After months of searching, the company found Campbell a 200-passenger jetliner that was pretty big and weighed also a lot. The plane was used to transport blah 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 blah. Paid $100,000 for it. Holy fuck. It's more than the land he bought. Think about that for a minute. Okay. Holy shit. Bro really lives on a plane. Wow. I can see myself being probably pretty content, like, living on a plane. I wonder what kind of guns he owns. Right? Like, he's not going to tell you on the internet, right? That's crazy. Wait. But who does he pay rent to? We didn't get that far. He uses a food service cart as a refrigerator. This sounds pretty cool, but the bathroom and kitchen must be minimal. I went to a rave there and hung out with Bruce a bit. Oh shit. Dude, don't blow up his spot. He's very inviting, but also very creepy. Okay? Spent most of his night hugging on young women that entered the plane. His workbench is more of a hoarder's stack of old busted electronics. The floor is all plexiglass. Dude, when this man was in his prime, though, this was the same behavior, and he was cool back then. Just because he hasn't stayed hip doesn't mean he's creepy, but he probably could be creepy. But what this is describing to me isn't creepy. The bathroom works, but honestly, nothing about any of this is glamorous. He's a lonely old weirdo. I mean, if he's got a bunch of young girls coming in, it doesn't sound like he's so lonely if he's throwing raves. Confirmed about everything I suspected from reading the article. I wonder if this is like total cap or if this is like true. Like, because people can make up whatever they want. Like, we have no verification whatsoever that dude is telling even slightly the truth. Like, for all we know, this man is like just like a random gay dude who just like has a dog and doesn't ever let people on his property. Other than, why would he give you a tour? Okay, dozens of Chinese warplanes across Taiwan median line. Dozens of Chinese warplanes across Taiwan. Yeah, so fucking what? They're establishing that they're there and maybe trying to check which borders are enforced by which factions of like the internal military structure, you know? Like, how do you audit that? It's kind of like It's kind of like when the cops get called from a First Amendment auditor. This is kind of the same equivalent. Like, these are your auditors. Like, what's happening? And then you get information about what's happening from your moles and from your inside and your secret traders. So, one of the reasons why you see those headlines and why those events happen. Southwest cancels or delays nearly half of its flights. Wow. City of Jackson, Mississippi uses boil water notice as cold weather likely to cause breaks in the troubled system. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually, to preemptively let people know before the power goes out that you should be boiling your water during storms like this. That's like an old trick that they taught me when I was a kid, because you need to know it if you kind of lived out, like, in the country. Hardliner clerics in Iran demand more executions, amputations. What the hell is a cleric? Is that like their own like title? Yeah, it's like their own title. Probably. Hardliner clerics in Iran demand more executions and amputations. An influential hardliner clerical group in addition to executions demand pushing Iranian protesters by cutting fingers and toes instead of just exiling. This is written by a toddler, or probably someone who's English second language. This may be like an auto-translated page. In a statement Saturday, the association of some fucking thing urged the authorities to continue executions, but use the amputation punishment to deter people from joining the protests instead of lenient punishments in laws such as exile. Jesus Christ, man. A secret revolutionary court trial. Terrifying. This is why I'm so open on the internet, by the way, because I'm terrified of a government that can do this. If every single person is as open-minded and as radically quote-unquote free, and that idea of freedom isn't undermined by this type of like theocratic totalitarian regime state, then at least under the tyranny of capitalism, you can have that freedom. Whereas these people are getting their fucking limbs cut off for not, like we can demonstrate here without having our limbs. It's called the Eighth Amendment that kind of like protects. It's like the rights under God are not protected by the Constitution. But there are certain rights afforded to our system that as long as the system before it collapses, the Eighth Amendment says that you cannot have cruel and unusual punishment. So if those two things are like in the same bracket, like cruel and unusual, then you can't do it. City of Jackson, Mississippi issues. We just read that. Insect protein maker to build second U.S. facility. I wonder. I mean, like, is this just like quote unquote an insect farm for food, like insect food farm? I mean, it does say the word food in the first word that you see. Insect protein maker to build second U.S. facility. Okay, well, carbon negative production capabilities that convert, monitor, and buffalo. What? Convert Molitor and buffalo mealworms. This doesn't. I just have dyslexia. Into fertilizer. This is why. See, this right here, that what you just witnessed in real time, is the reason that I'm not scholarly, because it's kind of just like. It's like you're supposed to be like running it's like running a knife through something, and all of a sudden it just like cuts through too deep. Right? I lose information. The knife snags. Right? Reading is like cutting for me with a jagged knife. Trying to flirt is trying to get with your wife. You could pay the price. You could do the trade like an empire for the spice. You could go riding on a dune, get eaten by worms and mice. da, da, da. Ba, ba, ba. We could probably study that a little deep dive later, but I don't want to. Winter storm death toll rises to 25 in Erie County, New York. That's north, or I'm sorry, north is up, so that's south from where I'm located. As residents remain trapped under feet of snow. That's crazy, dude. Meanwhile, there's no snow here. I'm just like chilling. Ukraine war. Drone attack on Russian bomber base leaves 3 dead. Wow. What kind of drone, I wonder? Are we talking like MQR Reaper style drones that have like Hellfire missiles, or like those next gen Hellfire missiles? Or are we talking like yeah, like what are we talking here? The bomber base is half. Yeah, and I'm not even sure that I'm that impressed with it. It just kind of shows me that like the chaos is fast and it's very difficult to stop. Like at some point, a bulletproof vest isn't going to stop a sniper rifle, and I think we've kind of had the same type of escalation of force and inequity, right? Like it's scaled up. The invention of dynamite and the boomstick versus peasants running across a field. Right, the difference between the end of the movie, it's like a pre-World War I movie. It's The Last of the Samurai, with Tom Cruise, with boop, 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 Gatling cannon, samurais, right. The same way that the machine gun kept men mostly in their boats as they went to hit the beaches of Normandy, right. Or the trench lines before that, Battle of the Somme. Boop, 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 oh, Verdun. It's fucked up. But now, instead of just it being small arms and machine gun escalation, right? It's the equivalent difference of basically the ability to mutually assured destroy just about anywhere that you would really want. Like, there is no strategic missile defense system against the nukes. There isn't. It can't exist. There is too much, contingency of chaos and unpredictability that you won't be able to account for, even in a system that would want to. Now, there are definitely some pretty advanced systems that can intercept ballistic missiles. Like, the forces of nature have been calculated and tested and pushed beyond their known limits, and that will probably continue to be the case for another generation or two. But the thing is there's also how much time has gone by with all the smartest of people putting their minds to these exact issues, right? Like it's been like 80 years. Right, like, and I say 80 because, like, I think it's probably around World War II, where this type of, like, ballistic missile stuff really started to take shape, like, the speed at which you could deliver payload. But nowadays, everything's, like, you could shoot a fucking laser beam, and just, like, cut people with an ion cannon, right? You might as well. What's the difference? So it's not that I'm not impressed that one base can get hit. It's that it isn't a surprise. Although it is actually kind of a surprise that they hit a base so far into Russia. ATACMS. I don't know what that stands for, but this guy does. Yeah, so we got to go look it up. You mean Tomahawks? That almost 700 kilometers from the front line. President Biden won't budge. France. Why the U.S. declined to send Ukraine long-range missile tanks. I see, they're long-range missile tanks. And he could have just written that, but they're trying to track you and track your interests based on whether or not you search this keyword. Or he's just autism, and just wants to give you facts and sound smart about the military. Like men like to just measure their dick out. Oh, look how much I know about the caliber. Oh, look how much I know about the barrel size and the velocity. Oh. They love that shit. It makes them... we can't talk more about it because it would be against the terms of service. I declined to fabricate some non-credible Russian propaganda for Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yeah, this guy's a shill, dude. You want to look at what a shill posts? This is what a shill posts. Really bad memes. Polyform and nuance, but focused in principle. Don't know what that means. Don't care. Fuck you in particular. F this woman. We gotta stop this. Yeah, but that guy's a shill. Not a real person. U.S. public health officials brace for possible COVID-19 surge after holidays. Makes sense. Let's see what the comment section says. The headline is like, the headline isn't meant to shock you. It's just like, good. Okay, yes, we know. Lots of COVID fatigue here in the U.S. Definitely. Although the U.S. is staring down a possible seasonal increase, it appears that many are not allowed... What? Not at all that worried. Just 14.6% of U.S. residents age 5 and up have received their updated booster doses. Dude, a lot of people aren't getting booster doses. We don't trust them. Lots of COVID fatigue here in the U.S. Even if there's a spike again, I'm not sure if many are going to care anymore. At least to the levels when it began. No, never again. Maybe these spikes moving forward are going to attract the same. You can't show us that everyone's going to die and then not have everyone die and expect anyone to take anything seriously. I work in a hospital. It's already here. Are you panicking yet? Why'd this get voted to get hidden? Possible, inevitable. Between flu, respiratory cis people virus. I don't know. I don't care about reading more. Oh, wait. The cis joke didn't work because cis is a C. So it's a bad joke. California. 19-year-old arrested in bogus parking. 19-year-old arrested in bogus parking ticket scam. Interesting. Was he illegally booting cars? It's a new spin on an old con. I wonder if any vehicles were actually in violation of any parking ordinance. A 19-year-old man designed fake parking tickets and put them on cars near the beach in California last week in the hopes of collecting real payments. It's kind of smart. The man put false citations, which included a QR code linking potential victims to a website to pay a fine. That's actually kind of smart. On cars late in the night, investigators do not know how many fake tickets the man put on cars or how many victims have paid the bogus fines. Well, they're going to find out. Police took the man into custody Thursday afternoon on suspicion of unlawful use of a computer system and attempted fraud. He denied receiving any payments. The fact that they identified the kid means that they put quite a bit of work into this. This is not just like, oh yeah, we saw him fucking around breaking into cars, so we went and we nabbed him up. There's more to this story for sure. Somebody was pissed off enough to actually investigate this, write affidavits and warrants, and probably my best guess would be subpoena, information from websites, which are usually the biggest cocksuckers of the cops. They can't wait to help out. They're just like, ooh, ooh. I got to help. Fucking Santa Cruz. I swear this kid was probably just getting high, watching some traffic cops hand out tickets one day and thought, I got to get in on that. Nah, it's kind of like people who used to print, it's more of a 4chan mentality. The people who used to print like fake coupons and try to rip off stores. It's more similar to that. They even had QR code. That's hilarious. Wonder if they opened his Venmo. Yeah, that'd be pretty fucking stupid. And I seriously don't think he's that stupid. I mean, maybe, but seems very unlikely. Would love to see what the ticket looked like. Yeah, they're not going to show you, but I also would. He denied receiving any payments. Yeah, okay. In a related story, parking enforcement tickets handicap drivers for parking in regular spots. I think that's a Yankee ingenuity that separates the U.S. from the rest of the world. What? A+ for originality. It's not really A+. I mean, you got caught. Like, you'd have to be a lot smarter. Don't bother with fake tickets. Print your own QR codes and place them on parking meters. People scan them and get That's fucking menacing, dude. Oh shit. This fucking guy. We gotta go stalk this guy. That's fucking menacing, dude. That's too funny. That's the equivalent of basically putting like a skimmer onto the, like a skimmer. But it's like you don't even need a skimmer. You just replace the QR code. I'm not really so sure that would work that well, because like even if it did work for like I don't know, maybe it could work. It just seems like unlikely to, because I guess it would work, because no one would realize that it was actually fake until it didn't print the ticket. And you would hit the button, would keep saying print ticket, but it would never work. Oh man. That's sinister, dude. That's going in my fiction, bro. That's great. That's too fucking funny. Who is this guy? This guy's a weirdo. I'm your Huckleberry. Let's start post World War II. What's it? Akon defends Nick Cannon. Says attending kids' recitals is for white men. What? What a fucking headline. It's funny, like you don't get that type of headline in the news. Let's go read entertainment. But first we'll stalk this guy a little more. Men are almost twice as likely to be victims of violent crime. That's absolutely true. There are crimes perpetrated by men against women, domestic violence, and sexual assault. Otherwise, many other men are victims of violent crime. There would be a decrease in crime for 24 hours. What? White people Twitter? This guy posts on all the weirdest shit. This guy would probably like my channel. The study followed nearly 600,000 Californians who did not own handguns but began living in homes with handguns between 2004 and 2016. What the hell? Dude, who is this dude? Bye, you gotta drop in on me. Now we getting a scrap. This is fucking great. Did you use the word degenerate? Oh no. Sorry, defenestrated. That's even better than degenerate. Defenestrated, for those of you who don't know, means you literally throw somebody out of a window. I think the origin is French defenestrated. And yeah, it's has to do with like the revolution maybe? No, it's Latin. I'm wrong. From modern Latin. Is the act of throwing someone out of a window. The term was coined around the time of the incident of the Prague Castle in 1618. Okay, so my assumption that it was from the French Revolution was way off. I'm glad I looked this up. It was what started the 30 Years' War, which was fought in Europe. Interesting. I like how all the art is created in an era that probably doesn't know fucking jack shit about realism. Some of the art, though, is gotta be from that time, right? Contemporary colored engraving. Okay, so this is what an engraving would have looked like back then. Wow, that's kind of crazy, actually. But this is more like a cartoon representation, like the scale of this is not necessarily accurate. Like, is that what it looked like when a bunch of men in metal, like, lined up next to each other and shot into crowds? Like, probably, dude. That's crazy to think about. What is that, like a cannon shooting? A bunch of stone walls. Fortified castle positions, it looks like, maybe. Oh, no, those are, like, hay bales, maybe? Oh, yeah, they're, like, hay bales, like, woven to stop the bullets from going through. That's kind of cool. They have cool hats. I don't know shit about history. I'm just saying stuff. Okay, let's read some entertainment. Blue's Clues. Steve Burns has reunion with Make-A-Wish patient 22 years later. Well, I mean, I guess the Make-A-Wish kid didn't die then. I mean, and I'm glad about that, I guess. Steve Burns unlocked a memory buried deep inside when a cancer survivor visited him at a convention. Turns out they met 2 decades earlier thanks to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's kind of cool. He'd been in remission for more than 23 years and recently reconnected. That's crazy. They both started crying. That's crazy. Most incredible thing. Blah, blah, blah. All right. 2022 is the year we all finally got tired of narcissists. Yo, that's absolutely this fucking case, dude. Easy. I don't know who the two in the middle are. I'm not really sure. I would say Musk is a narcissist. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't really think he belongs on this list. I again don't know who the woman in the middle is or this guy. And this woman is definitely. I'm not even sure that this one's a narcissist so much as a sociopath. Trump is. I don't know what that man is. A controlled puppet. Probably also a grandiose narcissist of some variety. But can you blame him? I mean, the man became president. Holmes. Yeah, that's her name. Holmes. Okay, so who's the other one? Bankman Fried. Yeah, I don't care that much. Okay, I'll be right back in a second. I gotta go smoke some more weed, but then I also really need water. I'm really thirsty. We'll be right back after this. And I said, "Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord." Oh Lord. All right, let's keep reading. Holy shit! Wow. Yeah, I got what I needed. All right. Morrissey says Miley Cyrus wants off his next album, and he split with label and management too. I don't know what that means. Box office: Avatar 2 scores 90 million over holiday weekend, beating Christmas estimates. I didn't realize that movie was out. Kate Hudson says she sees nepotism. I'm actually surprised that they didn't shill that movie a little harder. It must be really, really bad. I mean, I could be wrong. I have no idea. Is it in 3D? Like, Kate Hudson says she sees nepotism in other industries way more than I see it in Hollywood. Kate Hudson, who's she? Is she like a singer or something? Lacey Chabert on Candace Cameron Burr's statement that Hallmark is completely different due to change in leadership. I'm not even gonna try to parse through that one. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's sort by top entertainment guys. Okay. Kate Hudson, 2022. Morrissey. Okay, Deadpool 3 will take place before Logan, confirms Hugh Jackman. Well, no shit. I mean, fucking Logan takes place in what fucking year? Like 2070 something? Like he's like 1,000 years old or something like that? I'm serious. Like I actually don't know. I've never seen it. Did I see Logan? I feel like it's one of those movies that like maybe I've seen, but it doesn't have enough memorable value to make me care if I've seen it or not. Which is what most of those just like, they're not designed to have. Whoa. Sorry, I set it to transparency mode there for a second. That was terrifying. Okay, box office, Avatar, School. We already read that. Nicolas Cage, the actor, wants to star in a musical. Plus National Treasurer 3 update. Okay, that's bait. I'm not clicking on that. Deadpool 3, Hugh Jackman teases Wolverine and Deadpool hate each other in new film. Why are they in the same film together? Oscar predictions, best film, All Quiet on the Western Front and Wakanda Forever catapult up the charts. Okay, so there's two things happening at once. One, All Quiet on the Western Front is cinematography perfection, right? The movie, the script, irrelevant. Not worthy of the job done for it. So, in contrast, the movie 1917 was the most brilliant movie that I've really ever seen, and I do not say that lightly. Now, I may be overhyping it a bit there, but like it's really fucking top tier. And it is an incredible masterpiece, and you have to watch it to understand why that is. The character development did not need to be deeper than it was. But from the moment that movie starts to the ending, I don't know how to explain it. That movie is a masterpiece. And it was so All Quiet on the Western Front kind of gave us like a different side of like a slowed down, different style of movie, but with the same intensity and grit to the seriousness of it. Like it isn't chintzy seeing things. That was weird, dude. I don't like that. Saw something like cut into reality and then zip down. I didn't like that. I feel like a demon got something. I didn't like that at all. Anyway. So that's the first thing that's happening. All Quiet on the Western Front. That's the World War I movie. You can watch that on Netflix. It's not worth buying Netflix for. Some movies, like, okay, if you want to buy Netflix for a reason to binge watch something, you can watch Stranger Things, and it'll have been worth the amount that you paid for the 2 months of Netflix that you're going to want Netflix for. After that, you should cancel Netflix. Do not buy Netflix for All Quiet on the Western Front. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Wakanda Forever, that movie should not have been made. And I am not going to elaborate on why I believe that, because we will get canceled. Okay, celeb-backed bail organization, Ball Org, it might be organization, shuts down after suspect bails out and shoots Vegas man. I can't parse that. Lacey Chabert, I already read all that. I don't know who that is. I don't really care. Mel C cancels New Year's Eve gig in Portland and does not align with communities I support. Poland? They probably don't want you either, but good for her if she's taking like a moral stance that I agree with, I guess. I don't know what to say. Oh yeah, let's keep stalking this weirdo. Hockey's rotten as hell. Current DOD budget is $722 trillion, allegedly, according to this guy. The budget for a request for the fiscal year rose to $722 billion. Each earned a defense budget increase. Holy fuck. Wow. That's a big budget. The ETCO2 as an indicator or of adequate CPR from national is this person like a doctor or something like that? This dude just has like every single fact in the world. Like, who is this guy? He has opinions on cops. Cops need to stop watching the opening scene as Super Troopers. The man is clearly on the ground, and his first words out of the mouth is getting on the ground. Well, they're going to yell at you to get on the ground until you're in cuffs. You know what I mean? Stay on the ground. Arms out to the sides. Let me see your fucking hands. Arms out to the sides. Lay down on the ground. Lay down on the ground. Like, they're not going to stop yelling things until you're in handcuffs. Stop resisting. They're always going to say it. No matter what, they're always going to say it. Okay, don't tense up on me. Don't pull away. You pull away, I'm going to have to restrain you. Right? They just say that because they get off on it. Can't be ashamed enough, in my opinion. What is this? All cops are bastards? 7 years old. I just am not an ACAB type. I am a reform and demilitarize and reallocate funds away from and into other things, the police. Bulgaria police use pepper spray on protesters in front of parliament. Forget to take the wind into account. The Bulgarian police, huh? Yeah, Bulgaria could be definitely where some violence breaks out. Wow. Oh, I've seen this one. This guy stops. This guy, yeah, and then the cop pulls in front of him. Yeah. American cops killed 1,124 people in 2022. Are we okay with this? Jeez, man. Is that true? Fuck me, man. And that's just what we know about. That's a lot, dude. So they disproportionately kill blacks by about an 8-to-1 ratio per capita. At least by population. Of course, that takes into account gangs and cities and stuff, but still. Jesus Christ, man. Where's the body cam footage on all that? They're like, let the government track you. If Big Brother can't track you, you can't get the data. Shot at his place. Fuck me, dude. I mean, the unknown race part, you can basically distribute into the graph more or less the same way. Location is actually a better way to map something like this. Like, race is definitely an interesting demographic, but location and then per capita income by demographics. I mean, like, definitely race is the biggest divider of that wealth and social class and policing class. Wait. Did we get too far away? Yes, I was still going to stalk this guy more. This guy's crazy. I got to take his name down and hit him up and be like, bro, I went down the rabbit hole today on about you. absolutely down the rabbit hole. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm messaging him right now. Actually, I'm not going to message him now. I'm going to save it. I'm going to run Notepad. Okay. Now we can get back to work. Whoa, he said what he is. Says I'm an RT. I'm secondhand embarrassed for this RT. What's that? A registered technician? Docs probably know more pathopathies, but most are clueless when it comes to respiratory issues and the equipment involved. When it comes to these things, RTs are just better. Oh, respiratory technician. Okay, so that answers our question. This dude's a respiratory technician. When will MD in the ER understand not everyone with chronic health fatigue needs BiPAP? I have no idea what CHF is. I seriously have no fucking idea about anything medical. I'm just making that up. It could stand for like colonial have fun. Colonizers hit first. Cunts home fries. Chronically, I got nothing. Chronic hooligan flamer. Dude, this weed gave me such terrible cotton mouth. Okay, US SEC, that's the Securities and Exchange Commission, votes to advance stock market overhaul proposals. I don't know. It's too complicated for me. I know what it is, but I don't really understand it. Los Angeles Southwest Airlines cancels at least a lot of their flights, 64%. Until when? Until Monday. No, they canceled at least all. So this is today's news. Holy shit. After massive disruption leaves customers stranded. And call centers are swamped. That's fucking crazy that they're canceling all their flights. I mean, and it makes sense too. They just that's crazy, dude. Because that's just going to cause more of a problem. U.S. warns of possible attack is in Istanbul amid security fears. Who fucking cares about Istanbul? I mean, no offense if you care about Istanbul. I don't care. 3 killed in second attack on Engels base deep in Russia. Yeah, we already read that and talked about it. Kota shocker. 3 students die by suicide in separate incidents. That is kind of a shocker. What's Kota? Is that like South Dakota? No, it's not. Oh, that'd be Coda, actually. So the joke was even worse than I had thought originally. God, I'm sorry for telling that. That was just terrible. According to police, while 2 students hailed from Bihar, the third was from Madhya Pradesh. No idea if I'm saying that right. Those sound like Indian places. 3 coaching students in Rajasthan Kota district died by suicide in separate incidents. Okay, but I can't pronounce this dude's name. This is it's not that I don't care about suicide as an issue. It's that I don't care about this particular story. And I'm not going to try to parse through that level of foreignness right now. 4th Washington State electrical substation vandalized. It's beginning to look a lot like domestic terrorism. Far beyond his goals. It's beginning to look a lot like fuck this. SWAT teams kicking in homes. Best Rhodesia, what? Rhodiola. I'm too dyslexic for whatever this is. Neurotropics Depot? Oh, Christ. Let's get out of here before people start talking to me about this in the comment section. No, thank you. I don't care about any of that. But priestess, nootropics, this and that. Hitler has only got one ball, sometimes known as the River Kwai March, is a World War II British song. What the fuck? Let's hear it. Gonna kill some Germans. Shoot them in their face. Oh, this is great. I know this one. Are we gonna get DMCA'd for this one, or is this in the common library? It's gotta be, yeah, 1939. There's no way that's not Creative Commons by now. But now we gotta look that up. Hitler's only got one ball. That's actually like really the name of it though. Like, that's crazy. Let's see if this is in common use. I'm not sure if Creative Commons is the right search, by the way. It may be like a common domain or public domain. I'm just gonna upload it, and if it fucking mutes it or like copyright strikes me, so be it. Horse versus what? Horse versus human marathons are a thing? What the hell's a horse? Oh, today I learned. It's an acronym. Today I learned horse versus human marathons are a thing, and sometimes humans win. Interesting. Today I learned. What are we on? Today I learned? Oh, we're on Today I learned. That makes sense. Today I learned the oldest human footprint in England were found in Norfolk and are believed to be 850,000 years old. Wow. What year did Australopithecus live? Can't even spell Australopithecus with this broke ass keyboard. What is it? Australopithecus? How do you spell it? Can I do speech to text? Is there a way to just like do that? I should just download a program for that. Australopithecus. Ah, there we go. It was a matter of time. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so Australopithecus are obsolete taxa describing either chimpanzees or archaic humans. That's what we're looking for, archaic humans. So wait, is Australopithecus not even real? Oh, I see. Alright, let's read about this. Well, apparently they appear much earlier. If it says a million years ago, right? This seems like total cap. Ugh, we gotta get memed. We need the TikTok of this. Wow, so it wasn't just one or two prints. Holy fuck. An essentially modern foot function were dated at 1.5 million years ago. Dude. That's crazy, bro. Alright, guys. I'm actually running out of energy, bro. Thanks for joining today. Yeah, I don't really have actually too much else to add, to be honest. I'm bonked. Meow. Wait, I clicked the wrong thing. I was supposed to click this.